In this video, I'm going to guide you on how you can use Zillow Rental Manager as a go-to guide in order to land lucrative temporary housing contracts. That is, by being able to cater to displaced families who are often working with your insurance company, and or sometimes it will be a third-party agency that's working on behalf of the relocation company so that you can receive top dollar and more occupancy for a longer period of time. Now, my name is Ruben Kanya. I'm a temporary housing specialist. I've helped hundreds of investors nationwide land lucrative temporary housing contracts in order to help families where the insurance company is paying that premium. And there is a specific way for you to do these things. I'm also the international best-selling author and read the audible of this great book where it was inspiring memorable stories from Airbnb hosts across the world, which is where we started. But things changed very quickly when we landed our first midterm rental insurance contracts, and we leverage Airbnb, but we don't depend on it. And this is one of the tools, Zillow Rental Managers, that we use to be able to land those lucrative contracts. And again, most importantly, keeping your occupancy and profitability at an all-time high. So what I'm going to do today is show you how you can use Zillow Rental Manager if you've ever heard of it before, so you can get familiar with the platform, how you should navigate around it. I'm actually going to do an over the shoulder to show you a property that we landed our first midterm rental insurance contract and still to this day continue to receive inquiries on Zillow. Matter of fact, I'll show you one that I received at the time of this recording so you can see the message and why it's so important to do things the certain way that we do it. So rule number one, first of all, the Zillow Rental Manager, most people think of Zillow, and I'm going to pop up my screen here. When they think of Zillow, they think of, again, the listing, where you buy homes. And what I'm going to show you shortly here is one of our properties. So what you can see here, this property is on Zillow. Now, if you're watching this video, the address is probably blurred out, but you'll see also the dollar amount there, which it's all relative to your marketplace. I have a other video that you can watch on how to actually determine what you should actually list your rent for. We typically list more than the average marketplace because we have furnished accommodations, but we also are catering to a different avatar, and that's the way we are also eliminate having the Joe Schmo next door wanting to start a property, because we specialize in corporate housing. That's essentially what it is. So what model am I talking about exactly? The model that I'm talking about is when a family is displaced due to unforeseen event, they'll stay at our properties and their relocation agency will work to relocate them and find a property, and or their insurance, or I should say the family themselves will look on behalf and will look, sorry, they will look themselves for a property, and then the insurance company will be the ones paying for it. And so the reason that they're paying a premium is usually we typically go for larger homes, and larger homes offer actually a discount to these families and their agencies, and therefore that's why we're able to charge what we're supposed to charge. Because when you put it side by side a hotel and you have a 5-bedroom home, it actually becomes way more cost effective, and we're offering a product where all they have to do is come on in with their bags and they can just move in. Wi-Fi is on, furniture's everything is already set up, utilities included, and we are ready to rock, right, and host the family. So all they have to do is move in. And most importantly, you'll notice here some of the key things that we have. I will go in order of what's important and critical. So first, it's important that you get familiar with Zillow Rental Manager. That's the back end. You're going to want to list your properties there. When you list your properties there, for the interest of speed and time, get the information in. But it's so critical, you can't say this enough, that your marketing starts with how you present yourself, and that is your photos. And so just like any other platform like Furnish Finder, Airbnb, you should have professional photos. So the number one thing you want to do is have professional photos taken so that your property can look the part online, because that is what is going to be, especially if a homeowner is looking for themselves for a like kind home where they were displaced from, they're going to want to find something of quality, wouldn't you? Right. So therefore, get professional photos. Number two, the listing details are so important. But before I go there, you want to be pet friendly, and you'll see here, cats and dogs okay. One more time for the people in the back. Cats and dogs okay. cannot stress enough how this is a game changer. If you're currently getting value from watching this video, you'll want to make sure you take a second and click below to grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint to help accelerate your process in being able to land these midterm rental insurance contracts with respect to your marketplace. Make sure you click the button below and grab it and continue on with the gems in this video. If you've been on the fence, we've been on the fence, and then we realize the opportunity that there is by being pet friendly, it's a game changer. So you want to make sure you're pet friendly. Now, this is a single family home. You might ask, this is work for condos, apartments. I have multiple videos that talk about why I pick homes. We think homes are the best, and there's a specific buy box that we believe that you can actually grab. As if you're getting value from this video already and you like can't wait, just click below and grab my midterm rental insurance blueprint, because I do talk about the how to actually even get in this space and how you can serve. And here's why we actually, again, don't depend on Airbnb but leverage it. This is one place, and there's a specific way to do things, and this is one of them. Okay, so single family home, professional photos are there. Then you really want to focus on your copy. Remember, if you have an issue with not getting bookings, usually it's not that there's a lack of demand, it's usually that you are lacking of doing the right marketing, right? So it's really important that you come in here and that you're actually calling out who this home is for displaced families or those who need temporary to relocate in the city. There's, again, you'll see, so you can see here in the copy, if you look, again, you want to include everything. You want to include all the details. Wi-Fi is included, utilities included. And then here's a quick note. This is a big one right here. You want to make sure that you're calling out that A, it's fully furnished, and B, that different rates may apply based on length of stay, i.e. 1 month versus 3 versus 6, 9, 12 months. Why do I put that? That's very important, is to let them know that you don't want someone to look at this price and be like, oh, that's too bad, so sad, it's not going to work out. You want to have a conversation, figure out, maybe you might be able to take a discount if it is for 9 months. Wouldn't you? I would, because I'm going to be occupied for the next 9 months. So I don't want them to think that because we don't have dynamic pricing in Zillow. You want to call it out, right? Another thing is you want to say you're pet friendly, call it out. And then you let them know you offer flexible stays for those encountering home repairs, etc. And then you put all the details, right, of like the home, the space, the kitchen, the living room, the master. This is also good for SEO, search engine optimization. And then I would even add a note in here that the security deposit could be waived if a tenant agrees to essentially pay for a damage waiver of like not to exceed $50, right? There's a bunch of tools out there. You can use Superhog, you can use Wavo. I think Furnish Finder has a partnership with Wavo. Depending on the time you're watching this, there might be multiple other vendors that offer this. I mean, there's some, but again, keep in mind that the security deposit is meant to be typically the tenant will be on the hook for that. So you want to make sure that you offer them flexibility. Another thing, you might not see it here, so therefore I have a separate tab that will show you this. But number 3, get familiar with Canva. Canva is going to be a good source for you to, in this case, I want to show you in real time how you can market your property. Have the contact information, have reviews there. You can even have a call out that says, hey, this is a furnished property. But we like marketing, right? So what you'll do is you have a template like this, come in Canva. I'm going to move the background. I'm going to show you in real time how you can easily, for in 2 seconds, take a review, take one of your photos. Let's pick a photo here. Let's keep it simple. Copy this image, put it here. Then you'll paste it, excuse me, and then you'll come here, replace background. Boom. In 2 seconds, I would change this to black so you can see a little bit better. But in short, in 2 seconds, you just made your listing that much more credible. And you're using some pictures and photos as background. So play with Zillow, put your company logo on there, put your number, make it look like, bring in the reviews maybe from even a different platform. That's completely okay. Grab a review from Furnish Finder, grab a review from Airbnb that of someone that's staying in your property, and put it there for credibility, right? Obviously, if I had more time here, I'd probably edit the background and the animations and whatever. But I'm just showing you that you can take a picture from your property, put it in a template, go over templates in Canva, play with it, canva.com, and put it in. And either you can have something that says furnished accommodation only, comes furnished, attention that this comes furnished. hey, by the way, these are what our reviews look like. And the reason this is important is it just you really want to speak to your avatar. What that means, speaking to your avatar means you really want to let them know you offer flexible extensions. You really want to know you can work with insurance companies because a lot of people will come in and inquire and ask those questions. Now, real time, you can see the data up here. Uh, this is in real time. One other key tip, you always want to make sure that you're confirming availability periodically. You will get emails on this. You want to make sure you're always available because there's a good chance your listing literally goes ghost. And while you think you're on Zillow, you are not, which means that when a relocation specialist and or a family is looking, they will not find you. They will not find you the exact same way that this family found us. If you go to messages, by optimizing yourself. Hi, Ruben, I'm interested in this property. My family recently lost their home in a fire. As we rebuild, we are looking for a home like this one to relocate with a short-term lease starting with 6 months. It's so funny that they're calling that a short-term lease because everyone traditionally out there, hello, opportunity alert, is typically doing 12-month leases. So for us in the short-term slash mid-term space, 6 months is great. And the reality is, keyword may extend to a year depending on the progress of the rebuild. This couldn't be more true. I need your attention right now. If you're snoozing, for my people in the back, if you're multitasking, come back to me. This is so important, right? You need to understand that these families might be asking for 3 months, asking for 4 months, and it can very well extend to 9 months, which is great for us. This is why when I hear relocation, when I hear fire, when I hear flood, especially fire, I would be okay making an adjustment. That's why I'm calling it out there. You can even put in your Canva templates, flexible extensions and flexible terms. Call us if you're interested. I don't want people to look at the price and walk away thinking it's too expensive. This is very important and critical for our business, for your business, so that you can let them know you're flexible, because truly this is the opportunity that exists in the marketplace. They're saying over here, we're working with a company called Cedric to secure a place. Is this home on Lyndhurst able to accommodate? It's important that you get familiar with this because someone will look at this and be like, I don't trust it, too scammy or whatever. No, this is Sedgwick. This is one of the many companies that are out there that either have people who are interested and have either they're the relocation specialist or themselves reaching out to you, or the family's looking out for you. So you want to make sure when you're showing pictures, you're catering to both the family and the relocation specialist by having the keywording and key call outs. There's a reason why they reached out to us. There's a reason why they'll reach back out to you. With that said, so now you know how to navigate around Zillow. Sometimes it gets a little tricky to log in the Zillow Rental Manager, so just make sure you type in Zillow Rental Manager. You do single sign on, you enter all your property details just like any other platform. There's a bunch of other videos I'm sure you can watch on how to actually launch your Zillow listings. Very straightforward, but I'm giving you the additional intel, the additional insight, the icing on the cake per se, or even some sprinkles on how you can actually get more lucrative and temporary housing relocation inquiries from either the family or the relocation specialist when done in a certain way. So now you have the blueprint. Again, just to recap, you really want to make sure you focus on the professional photos. You really want to focus on the listing details being pet friendly. You really want to focus on the copy, calling out that you offer flexible rates and extensions. You really want to call out in your pictures, show your brand, show the logo, show the reviews, pull reviews from other places. You'll now be privy to beginning to receive interest the way we have, and the way you'll be able to continue to serve more families. So if you got value from this video and you want more, I offer a plethora of knowledge on this topic. I've helped multiple investors nationwide get occupied with the right kind of tenants. If you're getting burnt out with Airbnb, or if you're not really in the Airbnb space, or if you dabbled with Furnish Finder but you still didn't get top dollar, there's an opportunity. And we focus on corporations. Most people focus on B2C, that's business to customer, that's you being the business and focus on the customer. We like to focus on both B2B, or when we say B2B, it's business to business, which means we're going with the relocation agencies and or customers. And remember, they come in two phases. Either it's going to be the relocation agent or it's going to be the family that's reaching out that is then working with an insurance company or relocation agency. So with that said, grab the midterm rental insurance blueprint. It is completely free. And then from there, if you'd like to get more access, not only will you have received the content, but you'll also be on my list, which means that you can always reach out to see if there's more programs that you'd like to be a part of to make sure that you have the guidance that you need in your journey as an investor to serve the families like that are in need across the nation. Cheers.